back home, I learned, I went to a Kempo karate school and just was like, I guess I want to learn to defend myself. I don't want to just run on the treadmill. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I didn't really want to just do that. I wanted to like do something where I was being active and also learning how to protect myself or use, I could have a skill that I could use.
Yeah.
So the best thing I ever did was to start martial arts in general, jujitsu, jeet do, just in general. It has also shaped my MMA game because I think more of along the lines of I want to protect myself. Yeah. So when we walk in the ring, we agree, yes, we're going to fight. But I also think from a street point standpoint, you know, if I was in a situation, how would I approach this at this point? So
when did your journey start?
2007. So I graduated college and I came undergrad, and I came back to Connecticut and I started training in 2007. And I eventually, within about 2 months, I met Chris Smith, and I've been training with Chris ever since.
Yes. So 2007, your first fight was June 2009. Did you feel as if how long into training did you have the I want to fight bug?
Like the day as soon as you started, I think most people want to fight. But Chris's rule was until I had my blue belt, he didn't want me to actually have a MMA fight until I got to that level.
Yeah.
So I did every tournament possible. Working full time and living home with your mom, you're able to afford them.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But yeah, I did. I was like, let's go. I want to do the Naga. I want to go. Let's go to Naga here. Let's go to Grappler's Quest. It helped me build a lot of really good relationships with obviously Kip and Brian. I miss Grappler's Quest. I haven't seen them, but there were some great tournaments, and I fought some really amazing people who are doing really big things right now. And it was just really an honor to be on the same mats with like a Ryan Hall, for example. I'm like fighting right next to Ryan Hall. Like this is awesome. You know, now he's in the UFC.
What types of advice would you give a woman who is considering to go? And let's start at just to do self-defense. What are some things in a gym that she should look for?
I think the first one would be like just the gym and in general, the instructor, and how it's an art, and you want somebody who's passionate about the martial arts and not just there to kind of push you to get to a certain level so that way you can compete and you can potentially bring back more people or more money to the gym. It's always great to be able to do that. But you know, somebody who really loves what they do as an instructor, in the people in the gym are helpful. They're kind. They're not beating on each other. They're not competing with each other. I mean, there's always a little bit, like somewhat, but you want people that you can trust. You know, you're going to be rolling around. It could be positions where it kind of feels a little awkward at first, and you're like, oh, I don't know if this is right or wrong. I mean, there's a lot of men. And there's a lot less women, but I mean, everybody that I've ever trained with has always been respectful and awesome and amazing, and they've always been helpful, and I really am so lucky that I've had that, because I know that there could be a place where I might not get that, and I've just been really lucky to be around those types of people. And then the last thing is to not say sorry. Women, it's just sorry, okay, especially, I love it. I love Parker Porter, 205 or 220, big guy, punch him in the face. Sorry, he's like, Jess, really? I'm 220 or 240 at that point maybe. And if you punch me in the face, do you really think it's going to hurt me that bad? This is boxing, man. You're supposed to punch me in the face. Don't say sorry. So I'll never forget when he said that one time a long time ago.
That's great. That's great. Go ahead.
Oh, we have a rule in the women's class I teach. I make them do burpees if they say sorry. So
nice. That's right.
The other thing I guess I would tell women is not to be afraid to get into the other classes. I teach a women's class, and it's during the kids class, so a lot of moms are there. But there's a class right after, and it's an open mat class on the Friday that I teach it. And a lot of the women have started to go into that class, and they're not like, oh, I don't want to do it because there's guys in there. They're actually getting more comfortable. So it's okay to start out and want to be at that level where you don't have to be afraid, like, oh, there's guys in that class, I can't take it. You can still start out right there. That's, beginner level classes, that's not a problem as well. So don't be afraid.
Follow us on Instagram, watch us on YouTube, check us out on Facebook, visit us on Twitter, and stay tuned.